Hello and welcome to Manifold Data Mining's SuperDemographics tutorial. Today we'll be covering the different types of reports and the differences between them and how and when to use them. Let's begin. Reports can be divided into two major categories: trade area analyses, which come from the Demographic Profile tab, and behavioral profiles or lifestyle reports, which come from the Behavioral Profile tab. Trade area analyses can further be split into comparisons between trade areas and simply a snapshot of a singular trade area. The same thing can be done for behavioral profiles. However, a single snapshot of a behavioral profile is a little less useful, so we won't go over that in today's tutorial. What we have on the screen right now is a trade area analysis singular. As you can see, we have a fair amount of information about the trade area, including lifestyle, distribution, household number, dwelling, population. Most of this information is available to us in the comparison type reports. However, they won't be as nicely laid out as they are here because the comparison reports don't have this particular overview page. Other than that, singular reports and comparison reports have similar functions in that you can print or check one of many categories of information for the particular trade area. A comparison report is similar, except it has similar functions, including an extra export to PDF and Excel function. However, the more important part of a comparison report is that it allows you to look at your trade area and compare it against a benchmark, basically allowing you to see if that particular area has a higher than average population or higher than average likelihood to engage in a certain behavior, etc., etc. Behavioral profile reports are a lot different in that you use them to look at behaviors and compare them to a benchmark population, and you're going to do so by looking at groups called lifestyle clusters, which is basically our way of dividing and profiling the population into 17 distinct categories. Similar to the trade area comparison report, this allows us to see if a particular behavior or action is more or less likely than a benchmark to be engaged by a particular group. The important difference between this type of report and a trade area report is that a trade area report works on a geographical scale by defining, say, a circle of land, a tract of land, while the behavioral report just goes straight to the report and is only helpful if you look at it through the lens of the lifestyle clusters. Which means that you use trade area reports when you know where your market lives, and you use behavioral reports if you don't necessarily know where your market lives, but you know certain aspects about them, such as they are fairly rich, they belong to a particular demographic or ethnicity, etc., etc. Finally, the last important difference between a behavioral report and a trade area report is that we have a lot less options to the behavioral report. We still have our print and export options. However, since we're looking through a behavior, we no longer have the huge list of behaviors that the trade area reports had originally. Instead, we have the option to go to a summary report, and which changes things around and lets us look at how the people who engage in the action are different to the particular benchmark.